As I was thinking about what video I could make for you as we start this new decade and enter into 2020, I thought the best thing I could really give you that would support you in the new year you're about to step into is to just give you tools or things, ways that you can support yourself in really stepping powerfully into the new decade and into the new year. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 10 things to start doing in 2020. And these things are really going to support you in intentionally creating and living a life that you want to live, give you more inner peace, help you have a better relationship with yourself, and most of all, just feel good and happy and empowered in your own life and really enjoy your short time here on planet Earth. So the first thing is to watch your thoughts. This is honestly the most game-changing thing. When we truly understand this, can change the quality of our life. We are thinkers. On an average day, we have up to 70,000 thoughts, and they're just going in and out of our space like darts. And oftentimes, we just lag on to thoughts and we go into the direction where the thoughts are taking us without realizing that we have a choice here, that these thoughts are just happening in my space. I am not what I think. I'm actually the witness, the observer of these thoughts, because these thoughts are happening in the space, in the consciousness that is me. So watching our thoughts is becoming the vigilant observer of our own thinking. And this is what meditation really does. We meditate to watch our thoughts. Meditation is a very active process because we're so intertwined with our thoughts being us that there is no real awareness of this is who I am and this is just a thought that's coming in and out of my space. And the reason that I think I am this thought is because I'm trying to get my identity, my definition, my meaning, my sense of self from this thought. But a thought is just energy moving through your space, and you are the consciousness within which it is happening. So to watch your thoughts is a very empowering way to realize that you're more than what you think, that you are not what you think, you're the observer, you're a consciousness that is experiencing all of these thoughts, and it's your choice on what thought to go down and what thought train to go on, or if you can just sit here and just observe them. That's the most powerful thing that we can really start doing in 2020. Number 2, which is don't believe everything that you think. Question your thoughts. Byron Katie says that you're either questioning your thoughts or you're believing your thoughts. The cause of your misery, the cause of your happiness is your own thinking. It's your thoughts that make you miserable. It's your thoughts that make you happy, not things outside of you. So if you're not questioning your thoughts, you're believing them. And the way we just believe our thoughts is because, again, we think we are what we think. We don't feel like we have a choice in what to think, which we do because we're the observer. And when we understand we're the observer, is because we start watching our thoughts. So question the thoughts that you think, especially question the unhelpful, the unsupportive, the critical, the mean thoughts. If you're going to question the positive, the loving, the empowering thoughts, it's just as valid to question the shitty, unloving, critical thoughts too. We don't even think about questioning the critical thoughts, but we'll sit here and be like, well, I have to question that I can love myself, or I love you. If you want to say like, I love you to yourself, and you have a thought to say, I love you, you'll question the shit out of that thought. But a thought that will say, you're a piece of shit, or you can't do this, or you're not capable, you're not question that thought. You automatically just believe that thought. So start questioning your thoughts. Really start questioning your thoughts. Is this helpful? Is it supportive? Is it empowering? Is it really helping me love myself? Is it really serving me, this thought? Remember, you're either questioning the thought or you're believing the thought. So what thoughts are you believing that have no validity because they're unhelpful? They're not really helping you. They're just bringing you down. And start questioning them, and then start changing them to think differently and think in ways that empower you and support you and are truly helpful. Number 3 is to keep the promises you make to yourself. This is such a game changer because this really allows you to encompass self-love, self-honor. When you keep the promises you make to yourself, it really helps you feel good about yourself, but it helps you understand that you have this beautiful, loving, healthy relationship with yourself, because you make promises to other people, right? You tell your friend, hey, I'm going to meet you for dinner at 7 p.m. and you go. And that really helps facilitate a healthy, happy relationship with that person. You got to start doing the same thing for yourself. So if you say to yourself, like, I'm going to, I don't know, go to a group workout class at 7 tomorrow, and you decide not to go, that's you breaking the promise you've made to yourself. So keep the promises you've made to yourself. And of course, this doesn't mean be diligent and rigid with it. I'm saying keep promises that really help and support you, you know, and you're allowed to change your mind, but understand what promises that you know you can make to yourself that really enhance the quality of your life, but enhance the quality of your relationship with yourself, and really be in integrity with that with yourself. It teaches you that you have your own back and that you're there for yourself and that you support yourself. Number 4 is to enjoy your own company and make some time to spend with yourself every single week. This is game changing, because we have to cultivate a relationship with ourselves as much as we spend time cultivating relationships with people in our life. When we spend time with ourselves, it's time to reflect, it's time to know, it's time to spend with ourselves and really get to know who we are, what we love, what we don't love. It's a time of self-inquiry, self-reflection. It's a time to be with ourselves in our own energy, in our own presence. So something that you can take on in the new year is to start doing weekly dates with yourself. Take yourself places that you would love to go, or do things with yourself that you would love to do, like go to the movies, make yourself a dinner, go to the bookshop, wherever. But spending quality time with yourself, again, enhances the quality of your relationship, but it also helps you know that you have your own back, and it also facilitates self-love. Number 5 is to breathe deeply, because our breath is our anchor to the present moment. So many of us do not breathe. Like, we're just constantly in this flight or fight mode, stressed out, hunched over, and our breathing is very shallow and very erratic. And most of us are actually breathing incorrectly. This is how you should be breathing. Your tummy should expand when you breathe in, and it should contract when you breathe out. Breathe in, the belly expands. Breathe out, the belly contracts. And really taking full, deep breaths in. You're allowed to be here. You're allowed to take up space. You do matter. Breathe in deeply and really allow yourself to come into the present moment. The deeper that you breathe in and the longer the breaths are, the more calmer the brain wavelengths get, and the more calmer and peaceful you feel in your mind. So that's the correlation between breathing deeply. It's not something we just do because it's good to do. It's literally helps your brain calm down, and we start to feel more calm and cohesive and grounded. So throughout the day, set a timer to just breathe, or just checking with yourself is like, how's my breathing right now? And just notice that when you're in moments of stress, how you're breathing. And when you're in moments of joy or happiness, how you're breathing. Your breathing is going to be very different depending on what energy you are in or what emotional state you're in. So stress actually creates shallow breathing, and when you're in states of joy or peace or happiness, you have deeper, more longer cohesion breathing. So really take time to breathe. Breath is our life force, and we really need to breathe more consciously and be more aware of our breath, because it really, really helps us be in the present moment. Number 6 is to prioritize feeling good. And feeling good is a choice. Most often, how we feel is based on what's going on around us. We're in reactionary mode to our life. If life is good, we're gonna feel good. If life is bad, we're gonna feel bad. But your emotional state is yours. It's your domain. You're in charge of your emotional state. Regardless of what's going on out here, you're in charge of how you want to feel. And feeling good is a choice at the end of the day. And prioritizing feeling good is the best thing you can do for yourself, because when you feel good, you get good. When you feel good, you're in alignment with everything that is good in the universe. When you feel good, you have clarity. When you feel good, you feel happy. When you feel good, you feel empowered. When you feel good, you feel like you can do what you want to do. Feeling good has so many good side effects to it. It does not have to be this drawn out thing. It's just waking up every single day in the morning and choosing that I'm in control of how I feel. I'm in control of my emotional state, and I can choose how I want to feel. And feeling good is important to me because it helps me be in alignment with the truth of my being. When you're feeling good, you're aligned to who you really are. When you're not feeling good, you're not aligned to who you really are. And that discomfort that you feel when you feel bad is your higher self saying, hey girl, hey guy, you're not in alignment with who you really are. And it's like your cue to come back into alignment. So feeling good is really, really helpful for having a really good quality of life. It's not a good life that makes you feel good. It's feeling good is what creates a good life. Number 7 is to meditate to quiet the mind. And meditation is a very active thing we do. Meditation allows us to watch our thoughts, to become aware of what we're thinking, to start to question our thoughts, to get in tune with how we're feeling, what's our emotional state like, what's going on in my inner world. Meditation is a view into yourself. It really, really allows you to get to know yourself from the inside and really understand yourself on a deeper level and understand your thought patterns, your emotional states, what's going on within you. And when you start to understand yourself better, you can make better choices. You can make better decisions. You can really be empowered in who you are. So meditate to quieten the mind, because we live in such a high stress, fast moving world. We're constantly in go, 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 go mode. We've gone from just being human beings to being human doings. And we live in a world that rewards hustle and hard work and stress and sleeping 4 hours a night. Again, that's not healthy, that's not sustainable, and everyone's experiencing burnt out. But what you can do is you can start to help yourself quieten the mind, come into the present moment, have an empowered relationship with yourself, create a relationship with a higher power, all through meditation. It's the biggest, most powerful way to build awareness about yourself and about your inner world. So meditate. I have a few videos here on my channel on meditation. I'll leave the playlist right here on all the videos that I have on meditation right here. So go check those out and start your meditation practice. Number 8 is practice choosing it, not hoping for it. Your life is up to you to live. It's your choices that you make that create the things that you want. And we often make unconscious choices because we don't think we have the power to choose differently. But oftentimes when we want something, we say, oh, I hope I get this. I hope this works out. No, you're in charge here. You get to decide what happens. So start choosing the things that you want and stop hoping that it happens. You have the power here to choose what you want. And so waking up every single day, choose what you prefer, choose what you want, and stop choosing what you don't want. Stop carrying the things of your past into the now, and stop choosing things from the past that are no longer the things that are relevant or the things that you want. So the practicing the power of choice is really, really such a pivotal and powerful thing to start intentionally creating your reality, because you get to choose what you want. And are you choosing things that don't really serve you? Because at the end of the day, choosing to feel bad about yourself is still a choice. Choosing to feel good about yourself is still a choice. It's like, what are you choosing? Oh, I hope one day I can reach this level of love or acceptance for myself. No, it's you have to choose it, because choosing is definite. Choosing is certain. Choosing is there is no other option. You're in tunnel vision, and you get very, very grounded in your decision. And the universe loves decisions. When you make a decision, you're no longer available for anything else. You know what you want, you're choosing it, and then you align your energy and you get behind it. So that's what the power of choosing really can do. Number 9. This is something that breaks my heart, because when I witness this, it makes me feel really sad. It's like people are just so hard on themselves. So start being good to yourself. Start being easy on yourself. There is nothing being hard on yourself is going to ever solve. Being hard on yourself is never going to make you feel good. It's never going to empower you. It's never going to motivate you. It's never going to make you want to do what you want to do, or put in the work or the effort or whatever. It's just going to bring you down. Being critical has no value to you. It has no significance to you. So stop being so hard on yourself and telling yourself, I could do this better, I should have done this better, I don't know what I'm doing, whatever the voices in your head are, start being easy on yourself and start being good to yourself. Because when you're good to yourself, you feel good, and when you feel good, you feel empowered. Empowered is a state you want to be in, because when you're in an empowered state, everything starts to work. You start to think clearly. You start to make better choices. You start to know exactly what to do. But when you're being hard on yourself, it really closes you down. It closes your energy and puts you in this really depressive, low state. And you're not available to any of the solutions. You're not available to guidance. You're not available to clarity or steps or anything. You're just stuck in this energy of darkness. So being good to yourself, it feels good to be good to yourself. And the reason it feels good is because it's in alignment with who you really are. That's exactly how your higher self, your true self, thinks of you. Whereas being hard on yourself does not feel good. That's because your higher self does not think of you that way, the way you're thinking of yourself. So start taking cues from your emotional state as to if you're in alignment with yourself or if you're not in alignment with yourself. And I'm going to get to this point, which is the next point, which is my last point, is feel more and think less. We pride ourselves on being these beings that can think and think our way through things and think about how we're going to solve this and think how we're going to make this happen. But it's overwhelming to be constantly in this thinking mode, and it really puts us in this confusion state, and puts us in this doubtful state. So stop thinking so much. Thinking doesn't solve anything. Thinking only works when you have a strategy in place of what you need to do. But the true guidance or the true support comes when you're available to feel what you want to do. Like, I was watching Star Wars the other day, and one of the questions that I don't know who asked Finn, but he's like, how do you know this is the right thing to do? And he's like, because I just feel it. Oftentimes we try to think and rationalize and intellectualize why we should do something or why something is right for us, and then we think this is why we should do it. But just focusing on the feeling, and that feeling being enough of the reason why you should do something, and we start trusting how we feel more and not so rely on our thinking mind, because our mind is a computer. It is a database of all the things that have happened. It never knows anything that can happen or will happen. It always bases everything based on what has happened. So it takes cue from what has happened to determine what will happen or what can happen. So if you're constantly trying to think your way through life, you're always going to be living in the past, because you're always focused on what has happened to determine what can happen. And when you're in your feeling, when you're in your body, you're open to so much more awareness of information and guidance, because the universe speaks through us through our emotional state. When we're feeling good, we're in alignment with who we are. When we're feeling bad, we're not in alignment with who we are. So that emotional state that you feel is your guidance telling you this is the way. When something feels good, it is the way. When something feels bad, it is not the way. That's how we know. And starting to tune into our emotions as our guidance rather than our thinking as our guidance will help us really make choices that are more grounded and rooted in who we are, rather than influenced by what the world is doing and influenced by our past. I think I'm going to make a video deeper about our emotional guidance system. Watch out for that in the next upcoming weeks. Those were the 10 things you can start doing in 2020. I know there was a lot, and really take some time to think about the things that would really, really help you to cultivate and will help you in the new year. You can do all 10 things, or you can pick one thing and make it the focus for every single month, and really just start incorporating it. Remember, integration is key. You can watch this video and you can know, oh my God, these are such amazing things, I should do this. But if you don't do anything about it, nothing in your life changes. You have to integrate. Integration is key to creating change and results that you do want in your life. All right, beloved, wherever you're in the world, have a beautiful day, and remember to stay open.